If running a B2B business is like sailing a ship, and if you are selling or running an innovative business, you may notice that you have to do many things at the same time. In fact, you have to work in the business, you have to solve problems, deliver value, and you also have to work on the business. And striking the right balance between being in the business and on the business can be difficult. Why is that? It's because, first of all, we don't always learn to be a CEO. There is no CEO school. There is CEO theories. There are business schools that are going to give you skills and knowledge to be a better CEO. But really, the only school for being a great CEO, to my knowledge, is to actually jump ship and build your own and be the CEO of your business, right? The chief executive officer of your business. So, or go run one or acquire one. You learn by doing. There is no school for being a CEO. Also, when we are in this role, we tend to be sometimes people pleaser, right? We want to make our clients happy, especially when we don't have a lot of clients at the beginning, when traction is hard to get. It's hard to go to market and create those first customers. We want to make sure they're happy. We want to make sure they're successful. And so we will go above and beyond. We will do everything. We will work day and night. We will forget about our health, about what we need, so that we can deliver what we promise to our clients, right? There's other reasons, but how do we control this? What do we do about this? Well, the first thing I would suggest is that you consider yourself as your first client. The thing to do behind this philosophy is to actually add your name everywhere your clients show up. So on your schedule, adding your name, adding yourself as a client with whom you have a meeting once a week at least, but maybe sometimes every day. I meet with myself multiple times a day so that I make sure that I feel at my best and that I can work on my business, making this non-negotiable, protecting it at all costs, and finding accountability partners to do it, like a coach or a friend or a peer or any other business owners that will meet with you so that you can focus on working on your business. All of that is not rocket science. It's very simple, and yet we all skip it. We all have good reasons not to do that. But when you start seeing yourself as your own client, what happens is that you start developing more confidence, and you start developing moments to carve out the reflection time, the thinking time, the deep thinking time that you need to continue to scale your business. You have to, most of the time, think about your business as the business of the future, the next version of your business, as you run the current version of your business. So it's a skill, it's a gymnastics, it's a workout that you have to get used to every day. But if you feel like there are long stretches of time where you're just in the business, you're just delivering, you're just doing, you're building the product, building the service, another simple thing I would recommend is to keep a habit tracker, right? A simple habit tracker. If you've never seen what a habit tracker looks like, I'm going to show you mine. There it is. That was for the month of April 2025, and I have a number of things that I committed to doing, and as you could see, there are there are green spots, which means I did it, and there are white spots, meaning I didn't do it. But the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to track your habits, to track your consistency, so you develop this awareness and you give yourself more chances to show up for yourself, right? So you maybe use a simple habit tracker and start there and say, okay, very simply, I'm going to try to start with 1 or 2 meetings a week with myself to think about my business, take a bit of distance and reflect on the strategy, maybe the sales process, maybe future innovation, how do I grow my team, how do I give better directions to my teammates, right? Stepping back. So that moment here is crucial. It's like your own board meeting, and maybe if you might feel like I'm talking just about solopreneurs that are on their own, but sometimes also if you have a business partner or a small team, carving out that time is so necessary to work on the business. So start tracking. How often do you actually do it? You committed to it, it's on your schedule, you know what you're going to be working on, but how often actually are you actually doing it? It's easy to space, it's easy to forget, right? So all those frustrations can come from there, but there are very easy solutions, and I think that it's one of the mandatories to have that system in place so that you focus on time with you, with the CEO, the CEO meeting with yourself, so that you can grow that business. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this is something you consider, and please feel free to add in the comments what you've been able to do recently, and don't hesitate to ask me for questions or for guidance, help, and I'll be there to help you grow that muscle. Thanks.